I'm Christina Onnested. New Yorkers under age 21 will be prohibited from buying semi-automatic rifles under a new law Governor Kathy Hochul signed Monday. The Democrats signed 10 gun-related bills, making one of the first to enact legislation following a wave of deadly mass shootings, including in Buffalo, New York, Uvalde, Texas, Laguna Woods, California, and Tulsa, Oklahoma. Hochul said she's not waiting for Congress to act.
In New York, we are taking bold, strong action. We're tightening the red flag laws to keep guns away from dangerous people. And we're raising the age of semi-automatic weapons so no 18-year-old can walk in on their birthday and walk out with an AR-15. Those days are over.
One law requires micro-stamping in new firearms, which could help law enforcement solve gun-related crimes. Another revised the state's red flag laws, which allows courts to temporarily take away guns from people who are deemed a threat to themselves or others. Youth rallied at the nation's capital Monday wearing bulletproof vests, demanding greater action on gun control. Here's a Texas resident and student, Aria Salou.
The shooting in Uvalde and Buffalo are personal in multiple ways. As a Texas resident and as Afro-Latina, I was completely terrified when I heard the news. Our generation has to live with the trauma of gun violence, and we keep reliving it every time a shooting occurs. We should not have to crawl and hide under our desk and tables. We should not have to worry if we're going to make it out of school alive that day. The Black and Latino communities live in constant fear, and us, students, have to live with the fear of getting shot every single day.
Meanwhile, the Democratic-controlled House returns to session today and will take up the Protecting Our Kids Act, a package of 8 bills that, if passed, would raise the age for purchasing semi-automatic weapons from 18 to 21 years of age. The House Rules Committee takes up the bill today, but it's likely dead on arrival in the Senate. Another bill would make red flag laws national. Currently, 19 states and Washington, D.C. have red flag laws. It's sponsored by Democrat Lucy McBath of Georgia, whose son was killed by gun violence. A documentary filmmaker who recorded members of the far-right Proud Boys extremist group as they stormed the U.S. Capitol on January 6th says he will testify during the first hearing of the House panel investigating the insurrection Thursday night. British filmmaker Nick Quested also witnessed some of the group's planning before the attack on the U.S. Capitol. Pacifica station KPFA will broadcast the live hearing with progressive analysis. It begins at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. The former leader of the Proud Boys and other members were charged with seditious conspiracy for their involvement in the deadly January 6th Capitol insurrection. According to a federal indictment Monday, Henry Enrique Tarrio, the former Proud Boys chairman, and 4 others linked to the group conspired to forcibly oppose the lawful transfer of presidential power. The seditious conspiracy charges are among the most serious filed so far, but aren't the first of their kind. 11 members or associates of the anti-government Oath Keepers militia group, including its founder and leader Stuart Rhodes, were indicted in January on seditious conspiracy charges. That Civil War-era charge calls for up to 20 years in prison. An attorney for Tarrio of the Proud Boys says his client is going to have his day in court. Russia's defense minister says the Russian troops have taken control of large swaths of eastern Ukraine. Sergei Shoigu said today Russian forces have fully liberated residential quarters of Severodonetsk and are fighting to take control of an industrial zone on its outskirts and nearby towns. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky warned Russian forces intend to capture the southeastern city of Zaporizhia, a move that could severely weaken Ukraine's standing and allow the Russian military to advance closer to the center of the country. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson survived a no-confidence vote Monday, securing enough support from his Conservative Party to remain in office despite a substantial rebellion that leaves him a weakened leader with an uncertain future. Known for his ability to shrug off scandals, he has struggled to turn the page on revelations he and his staff repeatedly held bring-your-own booze parties that flouted COVID-19 restrictions they imposed on others. Investigators found some of the 15 parties were drunken and rowdy. I'm Christina Onnested reporting for Pacifica Radio.